Hi everyone! So this is Teacher Jenny again at welcome sa ating panibago na namang video for Mathematics 7. Okay, so for today we will going to discuss about Venn diagram. So this is topic for week 2 ng ating first quarter. But before we start, let me first introduce the objectives for this day. So at the end of this lesson, the learners would be able to first is define Venn diagram. Next is use Venn diagrams to represent sets, subsets, and the set operations. And last is to solve problems involving set with the use of Venn diagram. For our first activity, so itry muna natin to para maging familiar tayo sa Venn diagram, okay? So for this activity, sabi dyan, is list down inside the diagram what is asked in each set. Ang topic natin last week 1 ay tungkol sa sets. So meaning to say, we're very familiar with sets, elements, at iba pang concept when it comes to set. So let's have this one. A is the set of factors of 12. B is the set of prime numbers less than 15. And C is the set of even numbers less than 15. So meaning to say, dito sa tatlong to, i-describe yung mga klase ng set dapat for set A, set B, and set C. Now let us first list the elements under those sets. So we have first set A. Sabi dyan, A is the set of factors of 12. Factors daw ng 12. So we have here, set A is equal to, ano-ano ba yung mga factors ng 12? Pag sinabi nating factors, di ba, in multiplication, we have product. Yun yung nakukuha natin pag may pinag-multiply tayong numbers. Now, yung pinag-multiply natin yon, that's what we called the factors. Okay? Now, for set A, we're looking for the factors of 12, and there you have it. Set A, which has these elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. And those are the elements of a set A. Set B. Sabi dyan, B is the set of prime numbers less than 15. Mga prime numbers daw na mas mababa kay 15. Meaning to say, for set B, we have the elements 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and 13. So those are the prime numbers less than 15. Ano ba pag sinabi natin yung prime numbers? When we say prime numbers, those are the numbers na ang factor lamang ay ang sarili niya and 1. Okay? And those are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and 13. Bakit teacher yung 17 din naman? That is a prime number. We have a condition na sabi, this is just a set of prime numbers na less than 15. So, ibig sabihin, mas maliit lang kay 15. That's why we stop at 13. Okay, so let's have the last, which is set C. Set C is the set of even numbers less than 15. Pag sinabi naman nating even numbers, those are the numbers divisible by 2, correct? When we divide to 2, makukuha pa rin natin is whole number. And hindi natin ililista lahat ng even numbers, but it must be less than 15 lang. So our set C are 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. Okay, bakit po kasama si 0? Is 0 an even number? Yes, even number po si 0. Because 0 divided by 2, the answer is still 0. Okay? Next, since meron na tayong set A, set B, and set C, yung nilist na natin yung kanyang elements, this is the only time na mapupunta natin siya sa diagram na binigay natin kanina or mailalagay natin. So since meron na tayo ditong list of the elements, it's easier for us to put it inside the diagram. But before that, let me show you this, that this circle is for set A, this is for set B, and this one is for set C. And then this U here is what we call the universal set. Na-discuss na natin yan last time. Now, for this part, kung mapapansin nyo, this portion, nasakop siya ng lahat ng bilog na yan. So, ibig sabihin, this is what is this symbol? This is for intersection, correct? So, meaning this portion is for the intersection of A, B, and C. Yung pareho kay na A, B, and C. This part naman, yun lang pareho kay A and B. Teacher, di ba sabi nyo dati, the intersection of A and B must be this part, this middle, itong buong to? Yes, but since meron na tayong C, meaning to say may portion na tayo na nahati siya, this portion is for the intersection of A, B, C. This portion na lang yung natira for intersection ng A and B lang. And this is for the portion ng intersection ng A and C and intersection ng B and C. Now, let's have this set A, B, and C. Ano na bang uunahin natin dapat dito? So, syempre, uunahin muna natin yung mga elements muna ni A. Isa-isahin natin. So, for this set A, si 1 po ba ay may kapareho sa iba pang set? Wala. So, meaning to say, si 1 is unique to A. Dito lang tayo sa part ng may A. So, 1 is there. Okay? So, cancel natin si 1 doon. Next is si 2. Si 2 po ba ay may katulad sa iba pang set? Yes, si 2 ay pareho kay set B. So, may at kay set C. So, meaning to say, all of those set, meron siyang 2. So, saan natin siya ilalagay? Dito po, sa A, intersection B, intersection C. So, we have here 2. Cancel natin yung 2 doon. Next is, we have here 3. Si 3 po ba ay unique kay set A? No, si 3 po ay may katulad kay set B. So, meaning to say, saan natin siya ilalagay? A intersection of B. So, here. So, we have there 3. Next is we have 4. Si 4 po ba ay unique kay A? No, si 4 po ay kapareho ng element ni C, ang isang element ni C. So, we will write 4 here in this portion, A intersection C. There. Then, let's cancel 4. Next is, we have number 6. Okay, si 6 po ba ay unique kay A? No, si 6 po ay kapareho ng isang element ni C. So, meaning to say, we need to put it in this portion as well. So, we have there 6, then let's cancel 6 there. Okay? Then, after that, si 12. Si 12 po ba ay unique kay A? No, si 12 po ay may katulad kay C ulit. So, meaning to say, we will write it here in A intersection of C here kasi silang dalawa lang yung may kapareho kay 12. So, meaning to say, 12 must be written there. And then, let's cancel 12. Okay, let's move to letter B or set B naman. So, since meron na tayong 2, 3 kanina, eto na, part na siya ng B, si 2, 3. Let's move to 5. Is 5 unique to B? Yes, unique siya kay B, di ba? So, let's write it there. Sa portion ni B. Ito yung unique sa kanya. And then, let's cancel 5. And then, let's have 7. Is 7 unique to B? Yes. So, si 7 ay dun din. How about 11? Si 11 po ba ay unique kay B? Yes. Si B lang din yung merong 11. So, let's write it in this portion kay B. There. How about 13? Is 13 unique to B? Yes. Ayun din siya sa B. Okay? So, we're done with this set B. Let's move to set C naman. So, we have here 2, 4, 6, and 12 na na-cancel na natin kanina. Ibig sabihin, si set C, ayan na, yung iba niyang elements which are 2, 4, 6, and 12 ay nandito na sa kanyang bilog. So, saan natin ilalagay yung iba? Let's have 0. Is 0 unique to B and A? Of course. So, we have there 0. The next is 10. So, cancel na yun sa dalawa. So, 10, unique, 8 muna pala. Si 8 is unique kay C din. So, we have 8 there. And then, we have 10. And then, 14. Okay, so that's how we will represent the elements of sets in a diagram. Okay, so this is what we call the Venn diagram. When we say Venn diagram, is a diagram that uses circles to represent sets. The relation between the sets is indicated by the arrangement of the circle. Yung relationship daw ng mga sets ay nakadepende sa arrangement ng ating circles, just like what we did here. Diba? Kung mapapansin natin yung arrangement, we have your A, B, and C. Ibig sabihin, there are some portion na merong pinagkatulad si A and B, si AC, BC, or pwedeng pinagkatulad ng tatlo. Ng A, ng B, and ng C. Now, the Venn diagram is a way of representing sets visually and is named after its inventor, British mathematician John Venn. So, 1834 to 1923. So, that is Venn diagram. So, ngayon naman meron tayo ditong Venn diagram which will represent the given sets. So, we have here the universal set or yung set yun natin is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Set A natin ay 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. At ang set B ay 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, ang gagawin natin is to construct this Venn diagram na magre-represent ng lahat ng ito. Itong mga sets natin na to. So, kagaya ng mga diniscuss natin before, when we say universal set, so yun yung mga elements in a given condition. Lahat na elements in a given condition. So, we have numbers 1 to 10. Now, we have set A ay 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 lang, and then set B ay 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? So, ang pinakamahalaga for now is for us to write yung letters kung saan yun yung pangalan ng ating set, di ba? So we have here, for this, we have set A. So let's have your set A. And then we have your set B. And then dito sa may rectangle natin, sa may labas, that is universal set. Okay, so meaning to say lahat to ay part ng universal set. Set A and set B are just subset of universal set. Tama? So yun yung na-discuss natin last time. And then we have here set A and set B at yung gitna niya, ito yung kanilang intersection. So, ibig sabihin, those are the elements na pareho kay A at kay B. So, titingin muna tayo doon sa intersection na yun. Okay? And then, for set A and set B, tingnan natin, ano ba ang pareho sa kanila? Okay, so we have 6 and 8. Tama? So, ibig sabihin, for this intersection, we need to write 6 and 8. Okay, ayan. And then now, let's move naman sa set A. Sige, ilagay natin yung mga elements ng set A. So, kanina nalagay na natin si 6 and 8. Ibig sabihin, that's part of A and also part of this set B. So, yung 2 is unique to A. Sa dalawang yan. So, ibig sabihin, si 2 ay ilalagay natin dito. Tama? And then, si 4 ay kay A din. And then, si 10 sa kanya din. And then, let's move to set B. Tingnan natin si set B. Kanina, meron na tayong 6, 8 na lagay na natin dito. So, that's the intersection of A and B. So, ibig sabihin, na-cancel na natin yung 6, 8. We just need to write 5, 7, and 9. So, unique siya kay set B. Wala yung kay set A. So, meaning to say, we need to write 5 here. And then, 7. And then, last is yung 9. Okay? So, sabi natin kanina, we have this, the universal set. So, meaning to say, lahat ng yan, yung set A and set B are just subset of the universal set. But we still have some elements in this universal set na wala kay A and B. So, saan natin siya susulat? Sa labas ng dalawang bilog. Okay? So, we have here, si 1 ay part ba ng A and B? Hindi, no? So, dito lang siya sa labas. How about 2? Yes, si 2 ay ando na. How about si 3? Wala pa. So, si 3 sa labas lang din siya. And the next is si 4. Si 4 ay part na ng A. Si 5 ay part na ng B. Si 6 ay kay A and B na. Si 7 ayun na din kay B. Si 8 ayun na din. Si 9 andun na din. And si 10. So, meaning to say, this is our Venn diagram. Ganan yung magiging itsura niya. Okay? Nasa labas ng dalawang bilog, si 1 and 3. That's part of the universal set. But, those are not part of A and B. Set A and B. Okay? 6, 8 naman, ibig sabihin, these are the elements na pareho kay A and B. And then 2, 4, 10, yan yung unique kay A. Is like A minus B, just like what we discussed before. And then si 5, 7, 9, unique siya kay B. So those are the elements like B minus A. Okay? So those are the elements inside our Venn diagram. So ganan tayo maglalagay. Ayan, di ba? Pareho. Pareho ng ating nagawa kanina. We have set A here, set B. Sa labas ay 1, 3, ng universal set. The two sets have common elements, 6 and 8. Kaya nang sabi ko, therefore, we need to write these elements in the intersection of two circles. Then write the other elements of each set in other part of the circle. The elements of U that are not in A and B must be placed outside the two circles. So, kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina. Next naman natin is another illustrative example wherein we need to use the Venn diagram to represent set and the set operations. Diba? Yung dating diniscuss natin when it comes to operation, those are the union, intersection, and other operations. Ngayon, may binigay dito yung intersection din. So, now we have here, set A is equal to 2, 5, 6, 8, 9. Ayan, pinakita din dyan yung intersection ng A and the C. Set B, intersection ng B and C. Set C, intersection ng A, B, and C. And then we have here our Venn diagram, a blank Venn diagram, kung saan dyan natin ilalagay yung mga elements ng ating sets. So, we have here set A, set B, and set C, then the universal set. Okay, so those are subsets of universal sets. So, saan natin ilalagay yung mga numbers na yan? Unahin natin, di ba kanina sinabi na natin at diniscuss din natin, yung part ng set A, ng set B, set C, at yung intersections nila. Okay, the operations. Now, sabi natin, itong pinakang gitnang ito, yan yung portion na nahagip ng tatlong sets natin. So, ibig sabihin, this portion ay para sa elements na pare-pareho doon sa tatlong sets natin. Okay? This part is just the portion na pareho lamang yung A and C. This part is for the intersection ng B and C, and this part is the portion for the intersection of A and B. So, unang given dito is the intersection of A, B, and C. So, unahin natin yon para makita natin ano ba yung ilalagay natin na pare-pareho dun sa tatlong yon para hindi na siya natin mailagay sa iba pang set. Okay? So, we have here 9 for intersection of A, B, and C. So, ilalagay natin siya doon. Ayun na si 9. The next is, let's move. Okay, so inalis na natin yan. So, let's move to this second part, which is the intersection ng B and C natin. Sabi natin kanina, the intersection of B and C lang is this part. Okay? Actually, the intersection of B and C ay ito. Kaya lang, kasama na dyan si A. That's the intersection of A, B, and C na. So, ito, yung B and C lang talaga. Okay? And then, we have here the intersection of B and C in this portion. Sabi natin, 7 and 9. 7 and 9, so eto na nga si 9, kasi part din siya ng A, so eto na si 9. So, saan natin ilalagay si 7? Si 7 ay dito lang. Okay, so we have 7 there. So, we're done with this B intersection C. Let's move to this part, yung A intersection ng C, at sabi natin yung A intersection ng C ay 8 and 9. So, ang intersection ng A and C ay actually etong portion na to. Tama? The intersection of A and C is this portion. But itong part na to is may part na rin si B dyan, which is yung 9 ay part na nilang tatlo. So, ibig sabihin, we just have 8 yung kailangan na lang nating isulat. So, we have 8 there. Okay, so tapos na tayo dyan sa A intersection of C. Now, tingnan natin naman yung mga elements pa na pwede nating isulat sa kada set. So, for set A, meron tayo ditong 2. So, si 2 wala pa naman dyan. So, let's write it there. So, yun. I-cancel muna natin si 8 and 9 kasi si 8 and 9 ay nasa set A na. Ito si set A natin. And part na niya, meron na siyang 8 and 9. So, cancel na yung 8 and 9. And then, we have there 2, 5, and 6. Okay? Yun unique kay A. Yung naka-A lang. Nawala sa iba. Okay? And then, another is, let's move to set B. Ayan, ito si set B. At si set B naman natin, meron na siyang 7 and 9. Diba? Ito, 7 and 9. So, let's cancel 7 and 9. And the only elements na i-write natin there is 1 and 3. Okay? So, we're done with B. Let's have this last, yung set C natin. So, we have this set C, itong bilog na ito. Ayan. At sabi natin, set C are 4, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayo 7, 8, 9. So, we just need to write 4 and 10. So, ayun na si 4, ayun na si 10. Okay? So, yun si 4, si 10. So, ibig sabihin, natapos na natin lahat ng set and their operation. So, eto na yun. Again, intersection ng A, B, and C, we have 9. Intersection ng A and C, we have 8 and 9. And then we have intersection of B and C, we have 7 and 9. Okay? If I'm gonna ask, teacher, what is the intersection of A and C? 8 lang ba? No. Eto kasi si A. Eto si C. The intersection of A and C ay itong portion na to. So, still 8 and 9. Okay? How about teacher, intersection ng B and C? Eto si B. Eto si C. Okay? So, the intersection of B and C is still 7 and 9. Ito kasi yung pinag-sharean nilang dalawa. Okay? But, if we're gonna ask for the operation A intersection B intersection C, so that is 9. Okay? So, yun. So, let's have this problem naman. Sabi dito, we need to show the Venn diagram for all the givens below and answer the questions that follow. Okay? So, merong big given dyan na mga situations, numbers na ilalagay natin for our Venn diagram. And then, we need to answer later the questions, di ba? So, meron tayo dyan 150 college freshmen daw yung in-interview. Ulit, ilan? 150 college freshmen lahat ng in-interview. Ngayon, 85 daw yung nagsabi or nag-registered for math class. Wow, 85. And then 70 were registered for an English class. And 50 were registered for both math and English. Okay, so ibig sabihin, 150 lahat ng bata, 85 yung sa math, 70 yung sa English, at 50 yung parehong math and English ang pinili. Okay? So, meaning to say, the first thing we need to do here is to write the intersection of the two given set. So, meron tayong dalawang subject which is, meron tayong math here, another is meron tayong English. So, M for math, E for English. At titingnan muna natin sa dalawang to, alin ba dyan yung kanilang intersection. So, we have the intersection of these two sets at sabi natin, these are the students na nag-registered ng parehong math and English. At ilan sila? We have 50. Correct? Okay, very good. So, we have 50 there sa intersection nila. Bakit po, teacher? Kasi sabi dito, 50 daw yung nag-register for the math and English science. Pareho silang nag-register sa dalawang subject. Okay? Again, nag-register sila sa parehong subject. So, we have there 50. And then next, so we're done with this. Next, so sabi naman, meron pong 70 na nag-register for English. 70 daw. 70 daw yung mga bata. So, ayan. Dapat 70 yung kabuuan nung natin for the Venn diagram. Tama? But, we already have 50 dun sa intersection. So, meaning to say, ilan lang dun yung sa natin? We have 20. Correct? Kasi, sabi dyan, 70 daw yung nag-register for English class. Etong ina to, dapat kabuo niyan 70, di ba? Kasi yun yung nag-register for English class. Since 50, nandito na sa nag-register sa English and Math, meaning to say we just have 20 for this portion. Okay? 50 plus 20 is 70. So, finish with this. Another, sabi, teacher, ilan daw yung nag-register for math class? Ang nag-register daw for math class ay 85. Meaning to say, this M part should be 85. Correct? 85. Kaya lang, may 50 na tayo sa gitna kanina. So, meaning to say, we just have 35 for this portion. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, because of this, makikita natin, ilan ba yung math and English yung gusto, ilan yung math lang, and ilan yung English lang. Okay? Now, bilangin natin kung ilan to. 35 plus 50, that's 85, plus 20, that is 105. Correct? 105 lang, teacher, ang nag-register daw ng college freshman, lahat ay 150. So, nasan yung nawawala? So, we have 35 plus 50, that's 85, plus 20, that's 105. Ibig sabihin, may nawawalang 45 students. Ano yun? Diyan yan sa labas. Bakit? Meaning to say, there are 45 students na ayaw ng math or English. So, ilalabas na lang natin. Because that's still part of the universal set. There were still part of the respondents or there are still part of these registered students. Kaya lang hindi in-enroll yung math or English. Okay? So, meaning to say, because of this diagram or Venn diagram, malalaman natin how many signed up only for a math class? Ilan daw yung nag-sign up for math class lang? 85 ba? No, kasi this 50 may kasama yung English. Gusto yung math and English, so ibig sabihin hindi siya kasama. So these 35 are those students na nag-registered for math class lamang. Okay, so we have here math class only, nagkaroon ng 35 registered freshmen students. Ngayon, tanong naman is how many signed up only for an English class? We have 70 ba? No, only 20 students. Kasi yung 50 nga is for both math and English. Okay? And then, how many signed up for math or English? Math or English. Gusto yung math, pwede din English. So, we have 50 students. And another question is, how many signed up neither for math nor English. Ayaw ng math, ayaw din ng English. So we have 45 students. Okay? So let's have this example naman. So we have 60 students of grade 7 charity were asked if they have pet animals at home. So 40 of the students have dogs and 35 have cats. Okay? So again, 60 daw ng students ng grade 7 charity ay tinanong ng teacher kung meron daw silang pet animals at home. At 40 daw nung nagsabi na meron silang dogs at 35 yung nagsabi na meron silang cats. Okay, so kung una natin mapapansin, we have 60 students only, but 40 of them responds for dogs and 35 for cats. Okay, sobra-sobra, di ba, pag pinag-add natin. So let's see. How many students have dogs only? How many students own cats only? And how many students have these both pet? So titingnan natin kung ilan ba. Okay, so we have here 60 students of grade 7 charity again. We're asked if they have pet animals at home. 40 of the students have dogs and 35 have cats. So, ito yung Venn diagram na meron tayo dapat. So, universal set. So, S1 for the dog, S2 for the intersection of this dog and cat, and S3 for the cat. Okay, so we have here, there are 60 students in total. And then 40 students daw yung nagsabi, nag-respond, sabi may dog sila. And then 35 daw yung nagsabi na meron naman silang pusa. So, ibig sabihin, the first thing we need to do here is just to add this portion. Okay? So, we have S1 plus S2 plus S3 is equal to what? Sabi, ilan daw yung bata in interview? 60. So, ibig sabihin, if I add this 3, dapat 60 yan. Okay? 60 dapat pag in-add ko yung may gusto ng dog lang, ng dog and cat, and then nung cat lang. So, that should be 60. Okay? So, next is for us to be able to get one of these S1, S2, and S3. Let's try to have this first. This dog. Yung sa dog only. Dog, yan, sa dog. So, we have for dog, S1 plus S2. Diba? This S1 plus S2 are the number of students na nagsabi na gusto nila ay aso. At iyan ay merong 40 students. Okay, so ibig sabihin, if you have 40 students for the dog, so we have S3, so S1 plus S2, S1 plus S2, subtract natin yan, that's cancel, bring down S3, so we have there 20. So, ibig sabihin, kung 40 tong part na to, 60 yan tatlo, this part is 20. Correct? So, we have S3 is 20. So, nasolve na natin S3. Another is, again, if we add S1, S2, and S3, that is equal to 60. Kunin naman natin yung S1 by means of getting the number of these cat. Okay, so we have now S2 plus S3 naman. S2 plus S3 is equal to, ilan daw ay may gusto ng cat? That's 35, correct? So, meaning to say, if we subtract this, so cancel ulit to, bring down S1, we have 60 minus 35, that is 25. So, ibig sabihin, this portion naman is 25. Correct? So, we have 20 dito kanina, yung S3, ayan. Yung S1 natin is equal to 25. So, ang hinahanap na lang natin is yung S2 natin. So, if I have here the Venn diagram, sabi natin kanina, the S3 is 20. Ayun. And then the S1 is 25. Ayun naman siya, di ba? So, nakuha natin this is 20, this is 25. So, ano yung gitna? So, we have, pag inad natin tong tatlo, that's 60. Correct? So, ibig sabihin, we have here 25 yung S1, eto. Yung S2, siya yung hinahanap natin. And S3 is 20 is equal to 60. Correct? So, what number na maa-add natin for this S2, 25 plus 20, that's 45. Is equal to 60. Dapat 60 silang tatlo. So, ano yung number na dapat nandito? That is 15. So, 15 plus 45, that is 60. Meaning to say, our S2 is 15. Okay? Nagets nyo? So, we have 25, 15, and 20 for the Venn diagram. So, 25 plus 15 plus 20, so that is equal to 60. I-summarize muna natin. We have S1 25, 15 S2, S3 is 20. So, let's answer the questions. How many students have dogs only? We have 25 students. How many students own cats? Meron tayong 20 at ilan daw yung merong cat and dog? So we have 15 students. Okay, so we have 25, 15, and 20. But I have here another way on how to solve this easier na hindi na tayo gumagamit ng ganong kahaba na formula, okay? So as we can see here, sabi nga natin, there are only 60 students. Now, meron daw 40 students ang merong aso at 35 yung merong pusa. Kung mapapansin natin, 60 lang yung bata. But we have 40 and 35 for this 2 if we add this. So, meaning to say, if we add 40 plus 35, that is equal to 75. So, sobra-sobra na siya sa 60. So, gagawin natin, that 75, ima-minus natin siya sa 60 na total dapat. So, we have 15. Correct? So, meaning to say, that is the intersection. Again, we have 40 plus 35, that is 75, correct? So, isubtract natin siya sa total number of the students, which is 60 lang dapat. So, meaning to say that is equal to 15, and that will be our intersection. That's it. Add this 2, and then subtract 60 from the answer. And then, we have there 15 for our intersection. Ngayon, since we have 15 here, sabi nga natin, 40 yung sa aso, itong part ng aso na to. Eh, may 50 na tayo dito sa may intersection nila. So, meaning to say, we just have 25 for the dog. Okay? And then, sabi natin, 35 students daw yung para sa pusa. So, we have there 35, but still, we have 15 na dun sa intersection, meaning to say, that's 20 na lang for the cat only. Okay? So, ganun kasimple. Pwedeng yun din yung gamitin niya. So, kung ano yung mas madali para sa inyo, yun yung gamitin niya. Okay? And then we have here another example. We have here a group of 60 students were asked whether they watch TV Patrol or 24 Oras or both these programs. So depending on the news. Now 38 of these students watch TV Patrol and 32 watch 24 Oras. Again, 38 of the students watch TV Patrol at 32 daw yung nanonood ng 24 Oras. So let's have this given. The total number of students ay 60. Ang nanonood daw ng TV Patrol ay 30 at ang nanonood ng 24 Oras ay 32. So, gawin natin yung ginawa natin kanina. So, we have the total of 60 students. So, i-add natin yung 38 at 32. So, di ba, sobra siya sa total number of students. The answer is 70. Ngayon, to si 70 na to, 38 plus 32, that's 70. I-subtract naman natin yung 60 mula sa kanya. So, we have 70 minus 60. So, teachers na nanggaling 70, eto po. Pinag-add natin si 38 and 32. Saan po galing si 60? Si 60 po is the total number of students na tinanong. Okay, so we have 70 minus 60, the answer is 10. So therefore, the intersection of these is 10. Correct? And then we have 38 students who watch TV Patrol. Eh may 10 na nga tayo dito sa intersection. So meaning to say, we just have 28 for that part. Correct? Another is we have 32 for 24 Oras and may 10 na nga tayo dun sa intersection. So therefore, we just have 22 for that portion. Okay? So malinaw ba yon? So therefore, masasagot na natin, how many students watch TV Patrol lang? So we have 28 students. And then, ilang estudyante daw yung 24 oras yung pinapanood? We have 22. And ilan daw yung nanonood ng parehong program? We have 10 students. Okay? That is based sa ating Venn diagram. 28 for the TV Patrol only, 22 for 24 oras only, and then 10 yung nanonood ng parehong TV Patrol and 24 oras. Now, let's try this naman. Let's try to complete the Venn diagram again. So, just like what we did in the first activities. So, we have here the set of whole numbers from 1 to 15. Sabi dyan si set A daw ay all even numbers in this set, and set B are whole numbers 1 to 5. So, makikita ninyo yung set of whole numbers from 1 to 15, that would be our universal set. Correct? So, we have there numbers from 1 to 15. So, that is the set, universal set. Now, we have set A, sabi, all even numbers in this set. Lahat daw ng even dito sa ating universal set. And those are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. We will stop to 14 kasi hanggang 15 lang yung ating universal set. And then we have B, whole numbers 1 to 5. So, therefore, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next is, we have here the Venn diagram. Kailangan daw makompleto natin yung Venn diagram based sa sets na given. Now, we have here universal set, set A, and set B already. So, kagaya kanina, ano yung uunahin natin? We need to look for the intersection first. Okay, so what is A intersection B? Ano daw pinagkatulad ni A and B? So, we have 2, another is 4. Correct? So, we have the intersection of A and B, I 2 at 4. So, we have there intersection 2 and 4. And then, let's write the elements in set A na dito sa part ng A natin. Ayan. So, kung mapapansin natin, may 2 and 4 na, correct? So, cancel na natin yung 2 and 4 doon sa A. Let's just write the remaining. So, we have there 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14 for set A. Correct? And then, let's have the set B naman. So, this is our set B. At kung makikita natin, meron na again tayong 2 and 4. So, i-cancel na natin because 2 and 4 is here na sa intersection nila. Therefore, we just need to write 1, 3, and 5. Okay, so we finished this set A and set B, meaning to say, let's take a look in our universal set. Baka meron pa mga elements na hindi tayo na isasama. And elements na hindi part ng set A and set B, but part of the universal set. Okay, so let's try to look for 1. So, si 1 ay nandun na. Eto na si 1. Si 2 ay andito na rin. Si 3 ay andito na din. Si 4, si 5, si 6. So, sino pa? Si 8 nandun na din. Si 7 wala pa. Si 8 nandun na. Si 9 wala pa din. Si 10 nandito na. So, let's cancel. Si 11 wala pa. Si 12 nandito na din sa AB. Si 13 wala pa. Si 14 nandun na din. Si 15 wala pa. So, meaning to say, yung mga wala pa dito sa dalawa, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15, yun yung ilalagay natin sa labas. Okay? So, yun. Nakompleto na natin yung ating Venn diagram. Okay, so let's try this naman. So, we have here the set of whole number from 1 to 20. So, for this, we have here the universal set, which is, ayan, makikita natin universal set. Numbers or whole numbers from 1 to 20. So, 1 hanggang 20. And then we have here set C, sabi dyan, all even numbers. So, from this universal set, ibig sabihin, kukunin natin yung mga even numbers at yon yung parte ng set C. So, we have here set C is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and we stop sa 20 kasi hanggang 20 lang yung ating whole numbers. And then we have a set D. So, sabi sa set D ay all multiples of 4. So, set D will be 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. Okay? So, the first thing that we need to do for us to be able to complete the Venn diagram is, of course, is to name muna yung mga set natin dito sa Venn diagram. So, kung mapapansin natin, alin kaya dyan yung etong bilog na to, alin ito, at syempre, dito yung universal set natin. So, alin kaya dyan si C at alin dyan si D? So, titingnan muna natin yung ating mga elements. Alin ba dyan ang subset ng isa? Alin dyan sa dalawang yan? Diba? We all know that this C and D are subsets of U. Correct? But, alin kaya sa dalawang to yung subset ng isa sa kanila? Okay? Yung parte lamang ng isang set. So, we have here set D. Set D is just subset of C. Why? All the elements of D parte ni C. So, we have 4, 8, 12. Nandyan yan. 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. So, therefore, D is just a subset of C. So, ibig sabihin, masasakop ni C, si D. So, therefore, ang D natin ay itong maliit na bilog na to. And then, we have a C for this portion. Bakit? Ibig sabihin, part ni C, si D. Yung elements ni D, lahat yan ay parte ni C. Okay? Na-gets ba yun? And then we have, of course, the universal set there. Then after that, this is an easier one. Why? We just need to write everything doon sa D natin. So we have therefore, ayan, we have 8, 12, 16, and 20. Okay? So those are the elements of D, yung mga yan. Now, next is, let's write the elements of C naman. So, for us to be able to write the elements of C, so tingnan natin, si 2 ay kay C lang. Tama? Wala naman si D nun. So, si 2 ay kasama doon. So, we have there 6. Bakit? Si 4, 8. Sige, i-cancel muna natin yung elements ni D. Dito sa C, since nasulat na natin si D, ibig sabihin, ayan, part na siya ni C, aalisin na natin dito yung mga naisama na natin. Okay? So we have 12, 16, and 20. We just need to write 2, 6, 10, 14, and 18. So let's write it there. Tracy natin, 2, 6, 10, 14, and 18. Meaning to say, those are the numbers. Ayan, yung 2, yung 10, yung 14, and 18. Those are the numbers na part ni C, pero hindi part ni D. Okay? Then, we have still the universal set. So, titingnan natin si 1 ba ay nandito na? Wala pa. So, let's write 1 there sa ating labas. And then, si 2 nandito na. So, hindi na natin kailangan. Si 3, wala pa. So, let's write it outside as well. And then, we have 4. Andito na siya kay D. So, no need. 5, wala pa. So, let's write it outside. And then, 6, we have a 6 here kay C. And then, we have 7, wala pa. Let's write 7 there. And then, 8, meron na si Dinon. So, si 9, wala pa. So, let's write it outside. And then, we have your 10. Meron na. Ito si 10. 11, wala pa. So, let's write it outside. And then, we have your 12. Ito na siya kay D. So, no need. We just have 13. Wala pa, no? So, sulat din natin yan sa labas. Ayan. 14, ito na si 14. So, no need na ilabas. So, si 15, wala pa. So, si 15, ilalabas natin. Ayun. Then, si 16, meron na. Ito sa loob kay D. So, therefore, no need to write it outside the circles. So, we have 17, wala pa. So, write it there. Ayan. How about 18? Si 18, andito na. So, no need. Si 19, wala pa. So, let's write it there. 19. Okay? And then 20, we have 20 there. Okay? So, this is our Venn diagram. These are the portion na kasama si D lahat. Ayan. And D is subset of a C. That's why, ayan, nasa loob siya ni C, si D. And then we have unique for C. So, 2, 6, 10, 18, 14. And then we have here the elements ng universal set which are not elements ng ating set C and D. Okay? But C and D are subsets of the universal set. So, this is our Venn diagram. Let's have the last. So, we have here the set of whole numbers from 1 to 20 ulit. Ayan, so meron na tayo yung universal set from 1 to 20, but different condition for our set E and set F. First set E, sabi dyan, 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10. May kailangan pa ba tayong ilista? Wala na. Because nilista na nila yung mga elements ng E and F. So, no need to write those. So, we have set F, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 13, 15, 16, 19, and 20. Okay? So, since meron tayong list of the elements, so, hindi na natin kailangan pa mag-isip kung ano-ano yung part or elements na nandyan kasi meron na. Diba? So, therefore, the first thing we need to do is just to name yung part ng ating Venn diagram. Alin ba dyan yung set E, alin yung set F, at alin yung universal set. So, let's write there the universal set E, and set F. Okay? So, for set E and F, tingnan natin ulit ano yung mahalaga na ilagay muna natin para hindi na natin siya masulat sa iba pa. So, the very important thing here is to look for the intersection of these E and F. Correct? At ang intersection nila, meaning to say, yung pareho sa kanilang elements are, we have 4. Ayan, pareho yung 4. Pareho yung 9. Pareho yung 10. Correct? So, therefore, if pareho na yung 4, pareho na yung 9, pareho na yung 10, we need to write it in the intersection. 4, 9, 10. Tama? Okay, so let's move. Nakuha na natin yung intersection. Let's move to E. Ito na si E. Ayan, ito si E natin. So, si E natin meron ng 4, 9, 10. Nabura na natin. So, we will just need to write here on this part 2, 6, and 7. 2, 6, and 7. Okay? How about for F? Si F, meron na tayong 4, 9, 10. The only thing we need to write is the 3. Ayan si 3. Yung 5. Ayan si 5. Yung 13. Ayan. 15. 16. 19. And 20. Okay? So, those are the elements na kay F lang. Wala siyang ka-share. Okay? And then, after this, we have set E and set F na. Naubos na natin yung lahat. So, let's look at the universal set again at tingnan natin kung alin ba yung hindi part ng E and F but part of the universal set. Okay? So, let's have here 1. Okay? So, we have 1. Si 1 po ba ay part na ng E and F? Hindi pa. So, let's write it outside. Ayun siya, 1. Si 2 is part na ng ating E. So, let's cancel it out. No need to write. Si 3 na kay F na. Alsin na rin natin. Si 4 nasa intersection na. Ayan. Si 5 andito na din. Si 6 nandito na rin. Si 7, eto na. Si 8, wala pa. So, let's write it outside. Ayun si 8, nasa labas. Si 9, Si 9, eto na sa intersection, no need. Si 10, nandito na rin. Si 11, wala pa. So, let's write it. So, 11 there. Then, si 12, wala pa rin dito. So, i-write din natin yan. Okay? Si 13, eto na. Si 14, wala pa rin. So, lagay din natin si 14 sa labas. And then, we have 15. Eto na si 15. Si 16, ayun na rin. Si 17, wala pa rin. So, isulat din natin yun sa labas. And then, we have 18 here. Wala pa rin si 18. So, sa labas din si 18. And then, si 19, andun na. Si 20, nandun na. Okay. So, therefore, this is our Venn diagram for this condition. Okay. So, you have set E, F, the intersection, universal set. Okay. E and F are subsets of the universal set. Okay. So, that is for this Venn diagram. So, that's all for Venn diagram. So, I hope na may natutunan kayo at masasagutan nyo ang inyong mga learning activity. So, I hope na hindi nyo lang to kokopyahin but you listen sa buong discussion para din alam nyo for the next and para sa mga sasagutan nyo pang assessment or summative test. Okay? So, thank you very much. God bless you all. Mabuhay.